What's up, guys? Hey, Jared Beckstrand here, ToneAndTitan.com, coming at you today with one of my favorite 30-minute HIIT workouts. We're actually going to add some dumbbells to this one, combining the best of cardio and the best of strength training. We're doing it all right now. So a lot of people are under the misconception that workouts have to take a ton of time in order to be effective. In fact, nothing could be further from the truth. It all depends on how you use your time. And today's workout is a perfect example of that. It's only going to take 30 minutes for us to smash our way through this, but we're going to use every major muscle group in your body. Grab your dumbbells because we're going to be doing some resistance training, but then we're also going to do it in a timed interval format. So we're going to be doing 30-second high intensity intervals with a 30-second rest period for each one of these exercises. We're going to be using, again, a lot of muscles in our body, so there's going to be a lot of lower body as well as upper body associated with this one, and we're going to be doing a lot of pushing as well as a lot of pulling, just trying to maximize our time. We're going to try to fit in as much as we can in as short amount of time as we can to really maximize our outcomes, to really maximize our results. So timed intervals, we're doing 30 on, 30 off. You'll repeat each exercise 4 times. I'm going to show you guys 7 exercises. Let's get down to it right now. All right, you guys, let's do this. So we've got 7 exercises. Again, we're going to be doing a 30-second interval format, and so we're going to go 30 seconds of work followed by 30 seconds of rest. You'll repeat that 4 times per exercise, so it's about 4 minutes per exercise times 7 exercises. We're looking at 28 minutes. Let's get going with a dumbbell clean and press. So my weights are going to start down on the ground. Keep your back straight. Keep your knees right over your toes as you squat down to grab those dumbbells. Nice clean jerk motion. The dumbbells come all the way up to shoulder level, from floor to shoulder. And then from there, we've got a little military press up and over the head. And so again, from all the way down to the floor, here's the clean, up there, and then there's the jerk right there. And so 30 seconds, you guys, almost there, and take a break. Nice job. And so again, with this HIIT format on these dumbbells, you want to try to push yourself on this. Try to go just as fast as you can, maybe a little faster than normal speed, but again, always try to be safe. I tell patients all the time, I'm always more concerned about your form than I am about how much weight you're moving or how many times you move it. And so bear that in mind. Here we go. We got 5 more seconds on this 30-second rest, and let's get into set number 2. And so again, the back is nice and straight. Dumbbells come all the way up to chest level, and then from the chest, we're going to push up and overhead. This is a great exercise, great total body exercise. We're going to work a ton of hips and quads with this as we get down kind of in that low squat position. But then we're also using a lot of back kind of rhomboids and traps to pull that weight up to shoulder height. And then from there, we're using a lot of deltoids and also upper traps, rhomboids, to push that weight up and over our head. There's our second 30-second interval. Nice job, you guys. So we're halfway done with this exercise. Again, this one's going to be a dumbbell clean and press. First exercise on our way to this 30-minute HIIT workout. During this 30-second rest period, try to stay up, active if you can. You'll see that throughout the video I kind of use the chance to stretch out a little bit, kind of keep the blood flowing. I just don't necessarily want you to sit down during this time period. We got 3 seconds left. Let's go ahead and get in position again, and then let's go ahead and hit it. So there's the clean and then up and overhead. And so again, my back's nice and straight. Try to keep your knees over your toes. It sometimes helps you even kind of jump a little bit to get that weight up to shoulder level. And so what I mean there is my heels actually come up off of the ground and then kind of slam down into the ground to get underneath that weight. The weight that I'm using here, I didn't even mention that, you guys. I've got some 40-pound dumbbells. I actually love these dumbbells. They're adjustable. Lightest weight that they can go is 5 pounds. I've got enough plates to load them up to 100 pounds each. And so you're going to see throughout this workout that it's a little bit variable. I kind of am going to bounce around between weights. And again, the hardest part of this is actually going to be that press up and overhead. So again, I've got 40s. If you guys need to start lighter, absolutely no shame in that. Beginners, maybe 10, 15, 20 pounds. Intermediate, kind of the 20 to 25, 30 range. Those are just some good start weights. Okay, here we go. Last set. And so 30 more seconds, you guys. Here we go. Finish strong. 30 seconds. Dumbbell clean and press all the way down to the floor. Back's nice and straight. Bend at the knees. Bend at the hips. Weights come up to the shoulders, and then the military from there. 15 seconds in. last set. I know you guys are burning right now, but I know that we can do this. Here we go. 10 more seconds left, you guys. You got it. Push hard. And then we're going to get into our next exercise after this. You got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Okay, so take your 30-second rest break again. And then I'm going to actually switch up my dumbbells. And so our next exercise, we're going to be doing a dumbbell deadlift. And so I'm going to get a little bit heavier weights through the magic of movie editing. We're going to drop in some 60s. Right there, and then we've got 10 seconds left. You know, if you don't have adjustable dumbbells at home, or if you're not in a gym, no worries. You can totally do this with just the same weight that you've been doing. Just try to work, again, kind of as hard and fast as you can. And so again, kind of a HIIT workout. We're doing a high intensity. So the next exercise is going to be this dumbbell deadlift. What we're doing here, now we're just bending the knees only slightly. We're not doing a squat at all. Hinging forward at the hip. My back stays nice and straight, but then my emphasis is on glutes and hamstrings to return it back up to that up to the upright position. Hinge forward at the hip to return to that starting position. There's your first 30 seconds there, you guys. Nice. And so, hey, back to my dumbbells. I got it. My wife gave me this set for a Christmas present a couple years ago. It's one of my favorite gifts that she's ever given me. Again, they're adjustable from 5 up to 100 pounds. I'm going to go ahead and check out the link in the description to this video. I'll leave a link in there to these dumbbells, you guys, so that you can go and check them out too. They're pretty inexpensive, and again, I have a couple hundred pounds of free weights in my basement. It's pretty awesome. Okay, set number 2. Here we go. So deadlifts. We got a little profile view going on here. You'll see again that my back stays nice and straight. I want you to maintain the curve in your back throughout the entire motion. If that lower back, and especially if that upper back, starts to round forward, you know that you've lost your form on it. And so again, the emphasis here is a hinge at the hips and not a bend at the back. And so I want you guys to hinge your hips, keep your back nice and flat. You only got 2 seconds left, you guys. Finish strong. Nice work. There it is. And so again, keep your back nice and flat. This is a great exercise. This works, again, just a ton of hips. Especially that glute group. The glute max is going overtime with this. The lumbar extensors are working hard to stabilize, but you guys should feel this more in your butt muscles, in that glute max, more than in your hip extensors. Nice job, you guys. Okay, we're halfway there. We're going to go ahead and jump down into the position again. Let's hit one more. We've got 2 more, but here we go. Go again. And so 30 seconds, dumbbell deadlifts. Again, feet are planted squarely on the floor. The alignment is my feet are about hip width apart. Hip, knee, ankles should be about all in a straight line with this. Hinging forward at the hips and then dragging that weight up to waist level. Again, I've got 60s. If you can't go that heavy, or if you can go heavier than that, by all means, please do so. But again, the style here is it's more of a HIIT style. We're not just doing 3 sets of 10. We're doing 4 sets of 30 seconds, pushing just as hard as we can for each of the exercises that we're doing here. Nice job. Hey, you feeling the burn yet? If you like this, if you're liking this workout so far, hit that like button down below, you guys. Thanks so much for that in advance. Those go a long way in the YouTube world. So thanks for those likes. Here we go. Let's hit one more set. And so here we go. 30 seconds. And so the back's nice and straight. One more profile shot of it. You'll see that the weight is moving more or less straight up and down. You'll see that at the top, I actually like to contract the glutes a little bit harder. You'll see that I actually go beyond upright. So here's upright, and then I'm going to actually lean back a little bit more. Really try to squeeze your butt at the top. Just really try to get a nice final glute contraction up at the top of the exercise. Really adds a nice effect to it. Hey, nice job, you guys. And so there is your second exercise. We did our 30 seconds. We did that 4 times. We're going to take our quick 30-second break and then jump right into our next exercise. This one I'm going to lighten up significantly. We've got some renegade rows next. And so again, we're going to grab, I've got 20-pound dumbbells now for this one. And trust me, it's still a pretty good burn. And so some renegade rows, what we're going to do is get down into a push-up position on top of the dumbbells. We're going to row left, row right, drop down into a push-up, and then repeat that process. And so that's what 1 rep looks like. So left row, right row, drop into a push-up, and then back up. Now, if the push-up becomes too difficult on this, one way you can make it easier is to eliminate that push-up, and so you're just up in that row position as you're rowing left and right, one after the other, alternating those rows. And so there you go, you guys. There's your first 30 seconds. Very well done. One thing that I was going to mention, you gotta finish out. You can't stop short. One thing I was going to mention to you, you'll see that my feet are super wide on this. The wider your feet, the easier that row becomes. That row is going to want to rotate your torso down towards the ground. The wider your feet, the wider your base of support, the easier it is to not be pulled down towards the ground while you're doing that row portion of it. So go ahead and here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's jump back into it. And so again, feet are nice and wide. And now what we're going to do is just alternate pulling left, pulling right, and then dropping down into the push-up. Left row, right row, and then down into that push-up. Nice job, you guys. Looking good, looking strong. Just a few more seconds. We're about halfway through this set. I know you can do it. I know this is a tough one. Again, doesn't take a whole lot of weight on this one. You'll notice that I went down pretty significantly. I encourage you guys to do the same. I mean, even like 5 pounds are pretty tough. It's the row portion of this that really gets difficult. And so pick a weight that's challenging for you, but pick a weight that you can do successfully. Nice job, you guys. Hey, we are halfway through this exercise. Again, this is a 30-minute dumbbell HIIT that we're cranking through. These are just a collection, basically it's 7 of my favorite total body exercises that you can do with dumbbells. We put them together into a HIIT interval format. Okay, let's jump down into the next set, you guys. And so a renegade row. Here we go. Row left, row right, and then drop down into that push-up, and then we'll repeat again. You'll see that my legs are nice and wide. You'll see that my back is nice and flat. Oftentimes when people do this for the first time, the butt goes super high in the air. Try to keep your butt down. We want it into a clean push-up position, not necessarily into a pike push-up position. And so then we're going to pull and then push up from there. Looks good, you guys. Hey, only 3 seconds left. 2, 1. Nice job. Excellent. Okay, so take another break. So there's your third 30-second interval on this renegade row. We've only got one more. Hopefully the heart rate's up. I know you guys are feeling it. I know those muscles are burning. I know that mine certainly were by this point, but we've still got a lot of exercise to get through, you guys. We got this. There's about 10 seconds left, 9, 8, and so enjoy your break. Here we go, 5 seconds. Last set on the renegade rows, you guys. Let's try and finish it up strong. So feet are nice and wide. Down on the dumbbells, we're going to pull and row left, pull and row right, and then drop down into that push-up. So renegade rows, I love it because we're stabilizing with one hand while the other hand's doing the work. So for example, I'm on my right arm rowing with my left, so that right shoulder stabilizers are going crazy, but then we're also getting a lot of really good rhomboid activation. You guys are going to feel this like crazy in your core as well. This is a great exercise for that. Again, all those stabilizer muscles are just going nuts during this exercise. Nice job, you guys. Looking good, looking strong. So there's your 30-second renegade row. Okay, moving on to our next exercise. I'm actually going to leave my weight right here, and we're going to be doing some overhead squats is my next one. Now, admittedly, you guys, I suck at these. I'm going to be the first to admit it. Be kind in comments if you leave them. I know that it's horrible. What we're going to do, overhead with the dumbbells, and then we're going to hold those above our head and drop as low into that squat as you can. Now when I say as low into a squat, ideally we'd be down at thighs parallel. You'll see that I am definitely not going that low. I want you guys to go just as low as you can. My limiting factor is just lack of back extension. I should be able to extend my back a lot further than I can. It's something that I'm working on. I'm going to be the first to admit it. And so there's your first 30 seconds right there. My weights tend to kind of collapse forward. I feel this a ton in my shoulders as my shoulders are really fighting to keep those weights back where they should be. But that's kind of the principle of the overhead squat. We'll give you a little, I think that will give you a little profile view of what it looks like here in 10 seconds. Enjoy your break for a second. Again, we're taking just a normal dumbbell squat. We're making it a little harder by going overhead with it. Okay, so here we go. Get the weights up and over your head. And then ideally, those weights should actually be back behind my head. You'll see that again, I'm kind of limited in my back extension, through my lower back as well as through my upper back, trying to hold those dumbbells up. So you should be able to drop down a little closer to thighs parallel. Keep your weight on your heels, keep your knees over your toes, and then drop down into that squat just as low as you can go each rep. We've only got 5 seconds left, you guys. Here we go. Hold those weights up. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Okay, so not renegade rows, overhead squats. Great exercise. We're using a ton of legs, hips, and core with that. But the thing that I like about this, you guys, you're going to feel a ton in your back and you're going to feel a ton in your shoulders as well. 2 areas that we don't really think about when we're thinking about squats. And so when we move the weights overhead, we're working a ton of core, we're working a ton of shoulders, we're working a ton of our lower back extensors with that. Okay, looking good, you guys. Here we go. Let's jump into another set. Here's our 3rd set. Again, weights are overhead. Your shoulders, I want your shoulders back. I want your weights behind your head if you can get them there. And then keep your weight on your heels as you drop down into that squat. My knees are staying right over my toes. Try not to let them rotate in or out. Should be right over your toes as you drop down into that squat. You've got 6 seconds, 4 seconds left. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, you guys. Good, good, good. Again, just pushing as hard as we can through this. I want you to get in, all the reps that you can. We're not necessarily counting reps, we're counting time. And so with that, we should be able to get in some serious reps. And so again, my dumbbells are at 20 right now. We've adjusted them around. If you guys are in a gym, you should be able to adjust around kind of like I've been doing. If not, the dumbbells that you have at home, maybe you do have an adjustable set like mine. Maybe you've just got your own set. Just try to push yourself. That's the whole name of the game, you guys. We want to just try to push ourselves each time, each rep, each set, just trying to improve, trying to get a little bit better. Here we go. Next set, we're going to jump back into it again, sitting that butt all the way down. Try to get thighs parallel if you can. You're feeling it go crazy in your lower back. You're feeling it go crazy in your shoulders. We've only got 7 seconds, 5 seconds left, you guys. Here we go. Finish strong. Get another one in. 2, 1, and time. Excellent job, you guys. Looking good, looking strong. And so we are rocking our way through this. We are halfway done, and we are just going to continue on. Here we go. Okay, so with the next exercise, we're going to get into I call it a lunging biceps press. And so again, following the principles that we've been following so far, we want to continue to work the lower body and the upper body. We're going to do a little bit more of a pull exercise with the upper body now. We've been doing a lot of push. Let's get into it. So a big step for a lunge. As you drop down into the lunge, you'll see that I'm doing a biceps curl. I've still got my 20-pound weight, same weight that I used on the last exercise, and I'm going to alternate. So here's a big lunge onto my left with a curl, come back to upright, big lunge onto the right with a curl, and then come back to upright. Trying to push yourself, trying to get in as many reps as you can in the 30-second time period. You should be getting pretty tired by now, you guys. We're over halfway done with this workout. Should be feeling it in those muscles. We got it in the legs, we got it in the arms. Looks good, looking strong. So there's your first set right there. Looks good, you guys. Good job. Keep it up. And so with the lunges, again, I want you to take kind of a big enough step that your knee never gets out in front of your toe. And then you should also be able to keep your knee right in line with your toe. And so let's demonstrate that a little bit more here with this next set. You'll see as I lunge onto my foot, and so let's jump onto that right foot, you'll see my right knee stays behind my right toe, just like my left knee stays behind my left toe. If you're not taking a big enough step, sometimes that knee will get out kind of in front of the toe. What that does is really increases the compressive forces in your knee joint, especially under your patella. A lot of knee pain comes from basically not doing these correctly. So if you experience some of that, it might be a good idea to try to take a little bit bigger step. Nice job, you guys. Looking good. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Nice job. And so, hey, there's also a great chance, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to Tone and Tighten. Down below, there's a red button that says subscribe on it. Hit that button. That will subscribe you to our channel. That way you'll get notifications anytime there's a new video that comes out. You'll be among the first to know about it, and thank you so much for that support in advance. I should try to share a lot of great workouts like this, some PT advice, some healthy recipes, anything to help you guys to become healthy and strong and achieve your goals. Okay, next set. Here we go. And so 30 seconds on a lunging biceps curl, big step with a curl. And so again, we're using a ton of quads with this one. We're using a lot of the hip extensors. You might even feel this in those hip flexors, in the knee flexors, back in that hamstring group, eccentrically as we're coming into and out of these lunges. But then we're also going crazy on those biceps. So the muscles on the front of your arm that are going to be pulling the weights up in that curl motion. Nice job, you guys. There's your 30 seconds. We've got one more 30-second bout, and then we'll move on to our next exercise. Looking good, you guys. Looking strong. Again, this is our 30-minute at-home dumbbell HIIT workout right here on Tone and Tighten. We've got about 10 seconds left on this, and then we've only got one more set of this exercise before we're going to move on to our next one. So go ahead and grab your weights, and let's hit it. And so a big, huge step, lunge onto the right, curl up with both hands, big lunge step onto the left, curl up with both hands, and then we're going to alternate that for, again, the 30-second time period. So we're not necessarily counting reps, but we are trying to do just as many as we can in that 30-second time period. Again, the goal here is form over weight, and then also form over reps as well. You should be able to exhibit clean form throughout the whole 30-second interval. If you can't, you've got a weight that's too heavy, you should maybe consider going down a little bit if that is the case. Okay, you guys, looking good, looking strong. I've got great news. We're just about there. We've just got a couple more exercises left, and then we're going to chalk this one up to a huge win. Okay, so moving on to our next exercise, you'll see that I've gone up in weight a little bit. I've gone up to 30s, and so again, I've got a 10 and 5 on each side of each dumbbell, and we're going to get into what we'd call an Arnold press. Weight comes up to your chest, you're going to touch the butt end of the weights together, and then kind of rotate out, and then curl, and then press it up and over your head. And so you'll see that I'm trying to maintain those weights high. I want my elbows nice and high. We're going to go down, elbows 90 degrees, touch the butt ends together, and then press up and over your head. This is such a great shoulder exercise, you guys. Shoulders are going crazy on this, but then also I don't want you to sit down while you're doing it. Oftentimes I see people doing this in a chair. One more way that you can kick on the core is to actually do it while you're standing up. Works a ton of abs while you're doing it. And again, that one's called an Arnold press. I've got my 30-pound dumbbells. Again, if you're interested in these dumbbells, I love them, you guys. I use them at least once a week. Such a convenient thing to have. It's a great way that you can get a ton of free weights without taking up a ton of space. Again, I just keep mine down in my basement. I will leave the link to these in the description to this video. You guys can check them out if you want to. Okay, round two. Here we go. Arnold press. So again, touch the butt ends in front of us, and then you're going to military press that up and over your head. And so with this one, we're working a ton of shoulders. We're working a ton of deltoids, but then especially as we kind of rotate, we'd call that a horizontal adduction across the front of our body. We're actually kicking on the front of our chest with that as well. And then to horizontally abduct, and so to go back kind of from that spot to that spot, we're using a ton of back muscles. We're using a lot of rotator cuff. We're using a lot of rhomboids. We're using a lot of scapular stabilizers as we're pressing up and over our head. That is what your Arnold press looks like, you guys. Looking good, looking strong. We are halfway done with the Arnold press, and so we've got 2 more sets of that one to get through. You guys are looking really good. Okay, here we go. And so we've got 8 seconds left in our rest period. Here we go. Pick the weights up. 3, 2, 1, and let's get to it. So up to about kind of chest level, eye level even. Touch the butt ends of the weight together, and then you're going to press up and over your head. Nice job, you guys. Arnold press. I might be wrong. I actually don't know for sure, but I assume that this one's named after Schwarzenegger. If someone knows where the name Arnold Press came from, leave it in a comment down below. I'm curious myself. And so do a little research. Here we go, you guys. You guys are looking good, looking strong. 3, 2, 1. Sorry about that. That was a totally random tangent. You guys are looking good. Very nice. Should be feeling this. Again, this is a collection of just some of my favorite total body exercises that you can do with dumbbells that we've looped together in this HIIT format. You can do these at home. You can do these in the gym. If you don't have any weights available, find something lying around your house, you guys. Get creative with it. A little resistance is better than no resistance, and you can join me at home. Here we go, last set. And so Arnold press, touch the butt ends together, rotate out, up and over your head, and then rotate back to touch those weights together again. Looks good, you guys. Here we go, our last 30 seconds. What can you do in 30 seconds? Push hard, push strong. I know you can do it. If you want to hit that share button down below this video, you can actually put this video on your social media. Let all your friends know what you've been up to. When they start asking about all your crazy gains, you can say, this is what I've been doing. No, just kidding. No, but really, this is a great workout that's going to work just a ton of muscles. Total body dumbbell workout. Again, just a collection of some of my favorite dumbbell exercises that were coming at you hard and fast in a HIIT format. Okay, you guys, hey, we're looking good. We're looking strong. Let's shred our way through one more exercise. So for this, last exercise is going to be some goblet squats. I'm actually going to get rid of one of my dumbbells, and you'll see that I loaded it up a little bit heavier. I've actually got 60 pounds on this one. We're going to pick it up, hold it in the goblet format, and so holding kind of one end of the dumbbell out in front of you, both hands supporting it, and then we're going to drop down into a goblet squat. My weight is on my heels, my knees are right over my toes. I want to drop down until my thighs are parallel, and then stand right back up. That weight's going to want to pull you over forward. I want you guys to resist that. I want you to kind of fight that and pull backward. We're using a ton of core muscles with this. We're actually using a ton of shoulder muscles, especially after, you know, the Arnold press and some of the other ones that we've done with it. And before now, you guys are going to be burning on this one. This is a great kind of finishing move. Again, I've got 60 pounds on one dumbbell. If you're doing this at home and if you don't have access or if you don't have the ability to kind of load up one dumbbell a little bit heavier, do it with both of your dumbbells. So now you're going to hold both of your dumbbells kind of in front of you in the same format, kind of right at about that shoulder level in the same manner that I was doing it. Nice job, you guys. Here we go. Let's pick it up. Let's get into round two. Here's your lateral view. So the back's nice and straight. The butt sits straight down. Knees are right over toes, but not advancing in front of toes. And then again, it's a HIIT format, you guys. So try to get through just as many many reps of this exercise in this set as you can. Here we go. 15 seconds left. We're down to 10 seconds left. You guys looking strong. I know you're burning. I know I certainly was by this point, but I know that you guys can do it. I know that you're there. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, you guys. Finish strong. Okay, excellent. Hey, this is our last exercise, you guys. I know that you can do it, and so we're going to shred our way through just 2 more sets of this exercise, and then we're going to be done. This has been, again, Tone and Tighten 30-minute dumbbell HIIT workout. You guys are looking good. You guys are looking strong. We've got 2 more exercise periods to go here. So let's go ahead and let's grab our dumbbells or dumbbell, depending on where you're at, and then we'll get into our last set. Here we go. So 3, 2, 1, let's do it. And so again, trying to just drop as low into a squat as you can. Weights out in front of you so that core's going crazy. We're using a ton of quads. We're using a ton of glutes with this. Things are looking good. Should feel everything burning. Actually, we've got shoulders, chest, we've got back active with this as we're working hard to stabilize that weight throughout this goblet squat motion. Excellent job, you guys. You've only got 3 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Finish strong. Nice job. Looks really good. Looks really strong. Good news, you guys. We've only got 1 more set left. I know that you're burning right now. I know I was certainly filling it by this point. We've got 20 seconds left on our rest break, and then we've got 1 more 30-second bout. Here we go, you guys. I know that you can do it. I know that you're feeling it right now. I know you're tired, but listen, this is where gains are made right now, you guys. Here we go. Let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let's go ahead and hit it. 1 more set on our goblet squats. This is give it your all time right now. Hit it hard. Here we go, 30 seconds. You've already done through 5. Weight is back on your heels. Butt sits down to the ground. Back stays straight. Weight stays at about chest level. You're 15 seconds into it, you guys. You've only got 30 seconds left. I know that you can do it. You've only got 10 seconds left. Looking good, you guys. Here we go. As many reps as you can. Here we go. Here we go. I know it's tough. I know you're burning. We got 3, 2, 1. Get it. Nice job, you guys. There is your last 30 seconds. We'll count out just a quick 30-second rest interval here. Guys, that was fantastic. Really good. Hey, I hope that you guys enjoyed this workout. Again, if you want to hit that thumbs up button down below, that goes a long way for me, and thanks so much for those in advance. This has been Tone and Titan's 30-minute dumbbell HIIT workout. You can do it at home. You can do it in the gym. Wherever you do it, gains are certain to be made. Nice job, you guys. Hey, had fun running you through this. Send it back to me. All right, you guys, so there it was, our 30-minute high-intensity interval workout with some dumbbells. Take your results further by adding strength to your cardio and see how far you can go. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button down below, and thank you so much for those likes in advance. Also, if you haven't taken a chance to do so already, it's a great opportunity to subscribe to Tone and Titan here on YouTube. I try to share a lot of great workouts like this, some healthy recipes, some physical therapy kind of tips, and rehab-related advice. My goal is to help you guys to become healthier and to achieve your fitness goals. I hope you take the chance to subscribe to this channel. Also, if there's any questions or comments you have about this video, please leave them down below. If you have any ideas for future videos, I'd love to hear those from you guys as well. I'm happy to help out however I can. Leave me a comment down below and I'll be able to get to that just as soon as I can. And until next time, you guys, hey, we'll see you right back here on Tone and Titan.